back to Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. I'm Flex, and today we're diving into a full top-down analysis on Bitcoin. We're going to start from the higher time frames, work our way down to the lower time frames, and check to see if we find any good setups. Now remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades. Always do your own research and trade at your own risk. All right, let's hop into the chart. And so far, right now, it's 6 p.m. Eastern time. The weekly candle closes in about 2 hours, so it's going to be very important how this candle closes. Right now, what I could tell you is that the stochastics still have room to continue going up, and we could probably continue dragging, so that's kind of bullish. We are above the 21-day moving average, so that is also bullish, but we are kind of far away from the 21-day moving average, which is currently at 92,705, and right now Bitcoin is at 104,109. So we're kind of far away. It looks like we might need to wait for the 21-day moving average to catch up to the price action, or we might have to fall down to the 21-day moving average before we could continue going up. Today we had a surprise and we went all the way almost to $106,000. We're probably like $20 short, but then we fell right back down, and now instead of having a red or a green candle, we're kind of like an indecisive candle right now. And it's actually starting to turn a little bit red, so I'm not liking that. If this starts to turn any more red or goes down, then this could end up being tweezer tops, and we might fall down and try to test this 21-day moving average again on the weekly. Now remember guys, I have this currently in a falling wedge that is already breaking out, and I have this measured move going to about 117,000, 120,000. That's where I think Bitcoin will be going, at least short term. I think it will be going to $110,000. But remember, I also have the theory that this could be an M pattern. This could be a double top, either here at 104 or when we get to 110, or they could fake out the double top and give us a inverted head and shoulders, and then that'll break us out probably to the 120. So I just want you guys to keep those scenarios in mind. When you head over to the daily chart, I'm liking the way that it's flagging out. It's looking a little bit more straighter. It kind of looked before like it was curving down, kind of like a descending triangle. The stochastics here are on the way down, but I'm starting to see a curve. I feel like we might round out here on the bottom like a bowl shape and then come back up. We are still too far away from the 21-day moving average here. It's at 99,789. So, you know, it's possible again that we could continue going down, bounce off the 21-day moving average, and then from there make a bigger move. One thing that's bullish that's coming up is the golden cross, where the red line 50-day moving average will be crossing the yellow line, the 200-day moving average. When that happens, then things should be getting a little bit more bullish. That's where I expect a big pop on Bitcoin. So over to the 8-hour chart. On the 8-hour chart, the stochastics look to be on the way up, but I'm not liking this right here. This candle closes in about 2 hours as well, and this looks like a red engulfing candle so far. The good thing is that we wicked below the 21-day moving average, but we came back up, so it's hard to say. We still have 2 hours to see how that candle closes. That's not looking too good there. And we head over to the 4-hour chart. The stochastics are on the way down. We had a red engulfing candle prior, and now this new one just went below the 21-day moving average, and we're actually bouncing back up, so that's a little bullish. But the stochastics pointing down could signal that we might fall below the 21-day moving average. Now if we put the patterns here, I have this in a flag which has been tracking it pretty lovely in and out. We actually broke out today. Now we're starting to get back into the flag here. This looked to me like a beautiful double bottom that should have broken us out to 107,500. We only made it to close to 106,000, but this pattern didn't play out, which is weird because it looked exactly like a double bottom. But again, there's probabilities. Sometimes the probabilities in your favor. This time it wasn't in my favor, so I'm gonna take off this W pattern. But what I am seeing now, instead of a double bottom, I'm kind of seeing like this could actually be an inverted head and shoulders, where this is the shoulder, this is the head, then we have like a little smaller shoulder here, a little rounder, and now this could break out to $107,854, so a little bit more than what I would have gotten with the double bottom. So I'm gonna leave this one in play. This looks like an inverted head and shoulders. We might get it. This shoulder looks a little bit long, is almost matching the head, but I'm gonna put it in there just to see if it does play out. But other than that, I have the 4-hour and a bigger flag here, but if that does break out, it should take us to about 111,000. So that's really the major play, is going to be this flag. We head over to the 1-hour chart. The 1-hour chart, we have low stochastics, and we can see here exactly what happened with that wick on the weekly there. As you can see, 3 green candles, we went all the way almost to 106,000, but then right away 3 red candles all the way down. We even went below the 21-day moving average and below the 200-day moving average, and now we pop back up. So that's a little bit bullish, especially since the stochastics are low and we might be going on the way up for right now. So what I could tell you guys right now overall, I still see Bitcoin going a little bit sideways. There's a lot of resistance at 105,000 and 106,000. We haven't been able to break that. So I think we still got to go a little bit sideways or possibly go a little bit down, get some type of support at 99,000, 100,000, and wait for the 21-day moving average to get closer to price action, and also for this golden cross to happen. And then that's when I think that we're going to be going up to higher levels. All right, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.